Whether or not you've been reviewing books for quite a long time, you're just getting started, or you just may be curious about what this whole book reviewing thing is all about, here are my 5 reasons why reviewing books is awesome. Now, reason number one, the money. Just kidding. Mostly, I mean, it's kind of complicated. Look, we're just going to circle back to that one at number five. And instead, I'm going to start off by talking about the opposite of money, which are the awesome, beautiful free books. Seriously. I mean, as a book lover, who doesn't want to read books that are not only free, but free books that aren't even published yet? In this economy, I'm not ashamed to admit that I love reading free books before the public even knows that they exist. And I bet you do too. Number two, collectability. Now, more publishers than ever before are providing digital ARCs, which means advanced review copies or advanced readers' copies. There's a whole argument thing about that online, but whatever you call it, most publishers are sending them out these days, the digital stuff, due to soaring printing and shipping costs. But several do still send out physical ARCs. And when they do, it's awesome. Whether or not those physical ARCs have, different covers that what'll eventually be published or not, they're also extremely limited, especially in the fact that when a publisher sends it out, because it is so expensive, they're super selective over who they send that out to, especially when reviewers adhere to the ethical expectations that their arcs are not for sale. Personally, my arcs are among the most treasured books that I own. As a matter of fact, seeing so many people on social media ask about where they can get their own arcs is what first prompted me to write my guidebook all about reviewing books. Number three, connecting with authors. Now, by the way, these aren't in any particular order. So, you could ask me on any given day what my priority is, and that's probably going to change. I'm sure you'll have your own order if you do review books. But being able to connect with authors is awesome because, frankly, horror authors are amongst my best friends and are generally pretty awesome people. Being a book reviewer has literally opened up the floodgates on my ability to be able to approach authors in a professional, non creepy, no strings attached way, of course, by asking if I can review their book. Whether it's in person or at a convention or a bookish event or online, whatever it is, it's a great icebreaker. And more often than not, reviewing that book can also lead to other positive ways to interact with your previous and new favorite authors. But more about that later as well once we get to number five. And who knows, you might even get a chance to become a beta reader for a book that's still being written and maybe get mentioned in that author's book or have a blurb of one of your reviews appear on the cover. I'm so blessed that it's happened to me a few times, and I promise you that never fails to feel pretty damn cool. All right, number four, supporting the industry that we all love. Being a book reviewer puts you literally front and center of being able to support your fellow readers by helping to connect them to their next enjoyable read or their new favorite author, or it helps them avoid books or authors that might not be their taste. Life's too short for bad books. You're helping people out here. And being the kind of reviewer that readers can trust is essential. And it's also a fun way to help support the authors we love to be entertained by, as well as the publishers who, well, publish them. Why be on the sidelines when you can be in the mix of it, making a positive difference for readers, authors, and yourself alike? All right, number five, finally, about that review money. I'm going to be the first to tell you that if you want to be a reviewer or really any other kind of writer solely for the purpose of making money, don't do it. Run. Seriously, be a plumber. Go shovel snow. Do anything else that's going to undoubtedly be a lot more accessible to you as a guaranteed source of income. It takes work, a lot of work. You better be ready to love the process because while you can make money reviewing books, that road is paved with potholes and steep hills that can be much longer than they appear. And if you're still watching this video and you haven't just clicked off of it and run off to go buy a shovel, then let me tell you that there are in fact ways to make some extra side hustle cash as a reviewer. So I do go into full detail about that in my guidebook, but to wrap this up in a nutshell, you might wish to pitch and sell your reviews to a professional publication. Most don't pay, but many of the big ones do pay anywhere between about $15 to $40 Canadian. I'm Canadian. And just be ready to work with an editor and be willing to learn and take no for an answer if your review doesn't make the cut right now. You can also ask an author or publisher if you can go ahead and maybe have an opportunity to interview the author about the book you reviewed. Now you might be able to sell that interview either by itself or embed it into a book feature, which is much more complicated to learn to do properly, but it also pays more. Personally, I've sold my reviews as well as my book articles from anywhere between, $50 to $70, and I've even sold a few interviews to pro magazines for as much as a couple $100. I'm also putting together some collections about that as well. If you're really savvy and passionate about being a book influencer, you could even consider creating bookish videos on YouTube, like this one, TikTok, Instagram. There's so many more opportunities online. Again, it is a tough road full of lots of learning curves, but many have gone before you and me to monetize their social media space and make a solid revenue stream. So, hey, why not you? Why not me? Why not us? There you have it. That is my personal top 5 reasons why being a book reviewer is awesome. And if you do happen to review books, by all means, comment on down below. Tell me why you like reviewing books or why you'd like to review books. And I'd love to hear from you in response. And know that these are just my personal top 5 reasons, again, in no real particular order. If you're interested in learning a lot more about the ins and outs, the nuts and bolts about how to write book reviews and how to get paid for them, and you might want to get some more information from a guy like me with about 20 years experience writing for some of the biggest genre publications like Rue Morgue, Cemetery Dance, Apex Publishing, Fangoria, Momentum Inc., etc., then by all means consider grabbing my ultimate guide for writing book reviews and getting paid for them, which is right here. The digital copy of this, which is out from Crystal Lake Publications, is available right now between December 21st, December 20th for just 99 cents, because I want you to have the best year that you can as a book reviewer. And whichever level works best for you, I want you to be able to get as much support as possible in as easily to understand way as possible, which I believe I nailed through this particular book. And by all means, if you want others to feel the same way and to get benefits from videos like this and information like this, hit the like button so this can go out to more book lovers like yourself. And until next time, guys, truly thank you so much for watching this. I hope you got some value out of this video, maybe out of my book, whether you get the discounted digital copy or you buy it in paperback. Happy reviewing. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you next time.